Hit the intro.
Thank you for joining us for a KBRFradio.com sports video presentation. Today's game is proudly brought to you by Nelson Auto Center and your Nelson starting lineups, Minnesota Motor Company and your Minnesota Motor Company halftime show, Park Region and your Park Region scoreboard, Lake Region Healthcare and your Lake Region Healthcare timeout, Quality Toyota and your Quality Toyota player of the game, Orthopedic Sports and Physical Therapy Incorporated, Fergus Monument, Otter Tail Coaches, American Federal Bank of Fergus Falls, Running Stitches, Fresh and Fancy at Mamashina's, FM Bank, Viking Cafe, Service Food, and Ugstead Plumbing and Heating. It's now time for the pregame.
A beautiful night here at Otters Stadium tonight as the Fergus Falls Otters and the Alexandria Cardinals square off tonight as, of course, a conference matchup here. It is a Central Lakes Conference matchup. These teams in different sections. The Otters in 8AA and the Alexandria Cardinals up to 3A soccer as they get set to take a square off here in this one as we'll get things started here in just a matter of moments. The Cardinals yet to lose a match. They are 3-0-3. They played to a 1-1 draw on Saturday at Delano against the Delano Tigers. This after a 4-0 win over Detroit Lakes last Thursday and a 3-2 win. They have a pair of one-goal wins on the year, the last of which came at Wilmer, rallied back for a 3-2 victory in that matchup back on September 2nd last Tuesday as Alexandria got goals from Patrick Klecker in the 3rd minute, Micah Keatsman in the 13th minute, saw Wilmer come back and tie the match in the 68th minute before Klecker scored in the 74th minute, and that was good enough for a 3-2 win. Ethan Carlson in 13 saves in net for Alexandria, and the Cardinals took advantage of the shots they had. They were outshot by Wilmer by a count of 15-11. So their wins over Sartell, Wilmer, and Detroit Lakes, all conference wins, ties over St. Cloud Cathedral to start the year in Alexandria. A 1-1 draw on the 21st. They tied Ricori on the 26th, and Cold Spring at 2, and then that 1-1 tie in Delano on Saturday. Meantime, for the Otters, Fergus Falls comes into this matchup after facing one of the top teams maybe in the state by class as they come in at 500, 3-3-1 for the season, as Fergus Falls losing to St. Cloud Cathedral. 5-1 was the final on Saturday. The Otters got out to a good start, but Cathedral able to kind of pull away, made some adjustments in the second half. Jacob Oliver, who is the standout for St. Cloud Cathedral, picked up a goal, his 100th of his career, just one of 4 players in the state to tally 100 goals in his career. The Otters got on the board in about the 50th minute, early in the second half of play. Josh Horgan with a goal off a corner from Marshall Fellbaum was the only goal of the match. 5-1 was the final there. As talking with head coach Joel Hikas, he says really thought they had a pretty good game plan. They executed very well in the first half, but Cathedral awfully tough. They've got a lot of speed, and when they were able to get balls behind the Otter defense, they certainly capitalized there. After the Otters picked up a really key 1-0 win on Thursday over Ricori as they were able to grab a lead, scored with about 11 minutes to go. Marshall Fellbaum took the kick about 45 yards out as he was able, with the win at his back on the long ball and score on that one. It was a 1-0 final there as that lone goal coming in. They have a pair of shutouts on the year. This after they put up 8 on East Grand Forks here at home last Tuesday, as that loss to Cathedral ended a 3-game winning streak as they come in on the season at 500. They come in at 3-3-1. This first of a pair of conference matches here for the Otters in this one, as they will be at Sauk Rapids Rice coming up on Thursday, at Wilmer next Tuesday, and then at Sartell. So this match tonight, they won't have a home match again until the 23rd, and then we'll have the crosstown battle with Hillcrest coming up on the 27th of the month as well. So getting ready to get this one underway here shortly as we will take a break as we continue in our pregame report. As our coverage brought to you by Park Region, by Nelson Auto Center as well. Stay tuned for our Nelson Auto Center starting lineups. They'll be coming up here in a matter of moments. We'll continue on with more of our pregame reports. The Cardinals and the Otters tonight here on Channel 977. Fergus Now app, and also as well KBRF Radio on YouTube.
We asked customers, why do you choose Minnesota Motor Company? And they said, it's a straightforward buying process. No games or gimmicks.
We get it. You can buy a vehicle anywhere. We pride ourselves on being upfront and honest with our customers. No games, no gimmicks.
We encourage customers to come in and talk with us about their needs and their budget. We'll work hard to get you the best deal.
Thank you for choosing Minnesota Motor Company.
It's time to replace your old furnace. That old one has been a drain on your energy bill for far too long. Let Ugstead Plumbing and Heating replace your old inefficient furnace with a new carrier system and help you and your checkbook rest easy. Ugstead Plumbing and Heating, Fergus Falls.
The key to a great meal is at the Viking Cafe of Fergus Falls. The Viking Cafe with Minnesota's best omelet, manhole cover pancakes, and burgers that will fill your appetite. The key to a great breakfast and lunch is at the Viking Cafe, downtown Fergus Falls.
Every team has a home field advantage. Make yours the internet from Park Region. With speeds that keep up with the pace of the game and the reliability to never miss a play, you'll always be connected. Get the internet that's always in your corner. Park Region, your home team's internet advantage.
Make OSPTI your choice for outpatient rehabilitation and sports injuries with locations in Fergus Falls and Breckenridge. Orthopedic and sports physical therapy is the right choice for your recovery. Live your best life. Trust the experts at OSPTI.
Looking to buy, build, or refinance? Trust Alicia Helgeson at FM Bank in Fergus Falls. With expert guidance and local know-how, she makes the mortgage process smooth and stress-free. Call Alicia or apply online at mybankfm.com today. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's has a way better option than some overprocessed junk from the back of your freezer. They've got take and bake meals made fresh with real ingredients, and all you have to do is stick it in the oven. Fresh and Fancy, saving moms one dinner at a time.
And we're back here tonight at Otter Stadium as we get you ready for Otter Boys Soccer here on Channel 977. Also, FergusNow.com. You can check it out on the Fergus Now app, or you can go to YouTube. Go to the KBRF Radio YouTube page. A busy night as we'll take a look at the schedule inside of the Central Lakes Conference tonight. We'll take a peek first at the boys soccer schedule. Actually, we'll get to the, we'll take a peek at that boys soccer schedule. As we mentioned, we're kind of getting to the schedule now. We're going to be a lot of Tuesdays and Thursdays, couple of matches each week, maybe squeeze in non-conference matchup on the weekend as well. That is certainly a possibility. You know, a few Saturdays here and there. The Cardinals were able to do so there. But schedule for tonight, taking a peek at matches on the boys' side in the CLC. St. Cloud Apollo is at Wilmer. Tech is at Sartell. Sartell is at Tech, correction on that. Sauk Rapids Rice at Cold Spring to take on Rocori. Detroit Lakes is at Brainerd. Girls soccer tonight, St. Cloud is at Sartell. Rocori is at Sauk Rapids Rice. Brainerd is at Detroit Lakes. And the Otter girls are at Alexandria tonight to take on the Alexandria Cardinals. Coming up on Thursday, boys soccer to be early start at St. Cloud Tech. Detroit Lakes will be at St. Cloud Tech. Brainerd will be at Alexandria on the girls' side, 5 o'clock on Thursday. Other boys soccer, the Otters will travel to Sauk Rapids. It'll be a 2-point match in Sauk Rapids, 7 o'clock on Thursday night. St. Cloud Apollo will be at Sartell. Other boys soccer coming up Thursday night. Rocori will be at Wilmer. Brainerd will be at Alexandria. Otter girls will be at home to Sauk Rapids Rice on Thursday. And Detroit Lakes will be at St. Cloud. They'll play at Tech High School. That'll be a 2-point match as well. And Wilmer is going to be at Rocori. That is in girls soccer coming up this evening. Look at the schedule tonight as well in our family of stations. Volleyball, it'll be Battle Lake at Hillcrest. Of course, we had Battle Lake with their 3-set sweep of Underwood on Tuesday. They will take on the Comets. Jason Retzloff has that. That is on Real Rock Z103. Of course, Fergus Now on the Fergus Now app, and that'll also be streamed as well at KBRFradio.com. Our Nelson Auto Center starting lineups just moments away as we'll get to the starting lineups here for this matchup tonight. First for Alexandria, their goalkeeper is senior Ethan Carlson, number 1. Rest of the starting lineup will go like this. Will be Jacobo Ramos, number 3, a sophomore. Number 5, Rogan Anderson, a junior. Number 6, Miles Brightsman, a senior. Number 8, Graham Odland, a junior. Number 10, Julian Ramos, a senior. Number 11, Patrick Klecker, a junior, got the game-winning goal last week in a win over Wilmer. Auden Zeller, number 15, a senior. Sawyer Blair, number 17, a sophomore. Micah Kitzman, number 18, a sophomore. And Bo Jones, number 21, a senior for head coach Phil Pham and the Alexandria Cardinals. For the Otters, Joel Heikus will present this starting lineup for the matchup tonight. And for the Otters, in goal, the keeper will be Aiden Godwin, a senior, number 00. Midfielder, number 2, Parker Cantrud, a sophomore. Number 9, Matthew Toole. A forward midfielder, a senior, number 10, Marshall Fellbaum. Midfielder, a junior. Beja Gustav, number 11, a sophomore forward. Number 13, Andrew Johnson, a senior forward. Number 16, Alex Prishman. He is a senior midfielder and can play some on the back end as well. On defense, Noah Schlosser, a junior defenseman. Number 18, Joshua Horgan, a midfielder. Number 23, Joe Heikus, a junior defenseman and midfielder. And number 29, Quinn Wynn Sheldon. He is a defenseman, number 29. It's a check of our starting lineups. They're presented by Nelson Auto Center, Highway 210 West in Fergus Falls. We're back with more in just a moment.
What's your number?
I drove 113 miles.
And I drove 124 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
Lake Region Healthcare is proud to be trusted and recommended by parents and coaches, athletes, and families. Keeping healthcare close to home for local athletes and all their fans. Find us online at lrhc.org.
At American Federal Bank, they're proud sponsors of local high school athletics. From Friday night lights to buzzer-beating shots, these students inspire us all. Just like them, American Federal is here to go the extra mile for you. American Federal Bank, investing in our community, one play at a time. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At Fergus Falls Monument Company, Ryan and Mike want you to design a personal memorial for your loved one that will fully express your personal sentiment and that of your loved one. Fergus Falls Monument on Pebble Lake Road, online, foreverstonememorials.com.
The key to a great meal is at the Viking Cafe of Fergus Falls. The Viking Cafe with Minnesota's best omelet, manhole cover pancakes, and burgers that will fill your appetite. The key to a great breakfast and lunch is at the Viking Cafe, downtown Fergus Falls.
Every team has a home field advantage. Make yours the internet from Park Region. With speeds that keep up with the pace of the game and the reliability to never miss a play, you'll always be connected. Get the internet that's always in your corner. Park Region, your home team's internet advantage.
Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls and Grand Forks is your shopping stop for America's 3 favorite truck brands, Ford, Ram, and GMC. Whether you're towing, hauling, or just enjoying the open road, we have a truck for you. Half, 3/4, and 1 ton, there's a truck for every job. Stop and visit or shop any of our stores at NelsonAutoCenter.com. Nelson Auto Center, Fergus Falls and Grand Forks. Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls and Grand Forks is your shopping stop for America's 3 favorite truck brands, Ford, Ram, and GMC. Whether you're towing, hauling, or just enjoying the open road, we have a truck for you. Half, 3/4, and 1 ton, there's a truck for every job. Stop and visit or shop any of our stores at NelsonAutoCenter.com. Nelson Auto Center, Fergus Falls and Grand Forks.
Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's has a way better option than some overprocessed junk from the back of your freezer. They've got take and bake meals made fresh with real ingredients, and all you have to do is stick it in the oven. Fresh and Fancy, saving moms 1 dinner at a time.
Lake Region Healthcare is proud to be trusted and recommended by parents and coaches, athletes, and families. Keeping healthcare close to home for local athletes and all their fans. Find us online at lrhc.org.
At American Federal Bank, they're proud sponsors of local high school athletics. From Friday night lights to buzzer-beating shots, these students inspire us all. Just like them, American Federal is here to go the extra mile for you. American Federal Bank, investing in our community, one play at a time. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
For over 50 years, Ottertail Coaches has safely carried kids to school, to games, and back home again. Trusted by generations, they're proud to serve Fergus Falls and the surrounding area. Ottertail Coaches, safety, service, and dependability.
We asked customers, why do you choose Minnesota Motor Company? And they said, it's a straightforward buying process. No games or gimmicks.
We get it. You can buy a vehicle anywhere. We pride ourselves on being upfront and honest with our customers. No games, no gimmicks.
We encourage customers to come in and talk with us about their needs and their budget. We'll work hard to get you the best deal.
Thank you for choosing Minnesota Motor Company.
Where to eat, the ultimate culinary adventure, from signature dishes to chef recommendations.
As your food review professionals, you can find us at KBRFradio.com, the Fergus Now app, and on YouTube.
Tune in every first Friday of the month for new episodes.
Check us out, and we'll show you
where to eat.
What's your number?
I drove 60 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota. I drove 45 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Just underway as Alexandria with the ball is Julian Ramos about 25 yards out, trying to pass, but into all kinds of traffic. There's a shot and a save made. Shot from just beyond the 18, and Aiden Godwin picks it up with a short hop, and a goal kick will be forthcoming here in the opening minute of play. 40-minute halves, of course. Good deep goal kick back to midfield, where it's handled there by the Cardinals and quickly taken back by the Otters. Gustav handles. Now back to midfield, finding Marshall Feldbaum. Back over to the far side it goes. Kind of drawing the defender, trying to kind of bait the defender. Now pass for Feldbaum as the Otters gaining possession here early on. Alexandria 3-0-3. A couple of draws, including a 1-1 draw with always strong St. Cloud Cathedral. Left-footed approach goes up and out of play and be thrown in by the Cardinals from the far side. Off the header. Comes back over to the far side as battle for that ball. Gustav over there for the Otters as play will come here to the near side. And it's handled there by Alexandria. Ramos comes near side. Quick pass as they work back towards midfield. Through ball downfield for Patrick Klecker. Klecker, two-goal game last week against Wilbur. Now will strike from about 25 yards out. Goes low, and second save early on for Godwin. So he had to try and strike that around the defender with the right foot. Goal kick from midfield. Bo Jones tries to handle it. Loose, and the Otters try to play it as first contact there from Matthew Toole. Now Gustav. Gustav will handle it. Trying to work his way into the 18. Poked away by one of the Cardinals on a cross as here's a chance. Feldbaum goes wide. Cross didn't connect right away, but onto the right foot of Feldbaum in a strike attempt. I don't know if he got all of it, but pushed it wide to the goalkeeper's right. And a goal kick coming here for Ethan Carlson for Alexandria. In the third minute of play on the Park Region scoreboard, we are scoreless. Service beyond the connection. Headed back at midfield by the Otters. By Alec Prishman. Over to the far side. Cardinals look to handle it near midfield. Now pass as they try to work it back towards the logo. First one there, Patrick Klecker again. Ball comes back to Rogan Anderson. White jerseys for Alexandria with the big red numerals on the back. Pass for Klecker. Has a through ball again. Klecker will chase it down near sideline, keeps it in play. About 18 out, works his way into the box. Now goal line extended, and we'll drop it off. Ramos, Julian Ramos, works around a pair of defenders. There's the strike, up and just over the crossbar by a couple of feet. He cleared the football uprights. Normally that'd get you a point or maybe three, but not here. So another goal kick coming. Alexandria with a couple of shots early on Godwin. One shot for the Otters to this point. All broken up by Rogan Anderson and sent out of play by the Otters. Fergus Falls at 3-3-1. And this will be their their last home match, I should say, for a couple of weeks. 3 matches on the road here in the span of around a week. Klecker can't get to the loose ball. It's handled by the Otters as they'll work it back near side. For Fergus Falls comes Hikus. Joe Hikus sends it along off the foot of a teammate trying to find Feldbaum. Feldbaum battles for the loose ball near side, and it's handled there by Rogan Anderson again. Anderson for Klecker. Through ball trying to find Klecker, headed out by the Otters. Nice job on the header by Prischman. Alexandria will maintain possession here as we are 4.5 minutes into the 5th minute in the opening half. Long pass, broken up by Heikus. And trying to start something for the Otters, and it will. Beja Gustav taken away by a pair of Cardinals at midfield. Pass did not connect with Joshua Horgan. Now, Prischman. Prischman sends it across the pitch. Ball loose and taken back by the Cardinals. Long pass trying to connect with Ramos, but broken up by the Otters. Nice job to handle that there for Fergus Falls. Like Miller got a piece of that, and ball comes back for Gustav. Gustav trying to circle and works his way around Anderson. Gustav, good footwork. Trying to squeeze his way between a pair of defenders, but does keep possession. Near side, Prischman. Prischman battles with Klecker for that loose ball. Right at the edge of the 18. Now, Cantrud. Cantrud batted away and booted away by the Cardinals. Not a play by Ramos. And it will be a throw-in coming here for Fergus Falls. Joshua Horgan to throw it in. 6th minute here of this opening half, and scoreless on the Park Region scoreboard. Thrown in into the box and finally handled by the Cardinals. Pass for Ramos. Ramos handles it. Pass broken up by the Otters as they will take the ball back. Handled there by Prischman. Correction, that Joshua Horgan. Horgan will send it along the near sideline and out of play as it's going to be handled by the goalkeeper Ethan Carlson. So goal kick coming. One save so far for Godwin. Shots 2 for the Cardinals early on, 1 for the Otters, and we are scoreless. Deep ball back to midfield. And it's handled there by Fergus Falls for the Otters. Prischman comes near side, ball broken up. Good work to try and keep that in play by Ramos for Alexandria. As the Otters with Prischman. Prischman around one defender. Has some room to maneuver. About 25 yards out. Prischman works his way into the box. Working the ball with the right foot. Near side and out of play. Prischman and Horgan try to connect. Little two-man game there and the ball out of play. We start the 8th minute here of the opening half. And it is scoreless here with the Otters and the Cardinals. If we have any timeouts, they are presented by Lake Region Healthcare in Fergus Falls. Lake Region Healthcare, locations in Fergus Falls and throughout Lakes Country. And don't forget about Running Stitches, the local choice for embroidery and screen printing in Fergus Falls. That is Running Stitches Embroidery. Cardinals handle the ball and eventually sent out of play as Otters will throw it in. Both teams on the near side benches as one of the girls' matches earlier in the year with the Detroit Lakes. They work from the opposite side as Gustav works deep, trying to work his way almost goal line extended, broken up, and that's going to lead to the first corner kick of the night. So the Otters get their first corner as Gustav, goal line extended on a cross, did not connect as loose and taken out by Alexandria. On the run is it's got Ramos, the pass goes to Ramos, return feed, and out of play. Nice job to break that up first by Sawyer Blair, and Blair turned and started the rush up ice, or rush up, not up ice, but up the field, up the pitch. Wrong sport. We're in the 9th minute. 8.5 minutes in, but a good rush there to break up that ball on the cross. And again, had plenty of runway to work with there as he was able to get that ball into the Alexandria end of the pitch. Otters will get a corner. They will set up from the far side. They'll set up 4 players deep near the goal, and Cantrud set up kind of at the top of the box. Loose as ball went right around the goal. Here's a shot broken up and blocked by Alexandria and out of play. As on the corner kick came clean. Otters will throw it in from about 25 yards out. Tossed into the box and headed out by the Cardinals and out of play. In the 10th minute, opening half, Alexandria. And the Otters here scoreless. Central Lakes Conference boys soccer is lead to another corner opportunity here for Fergus Falls. Corner kick from the far side again. This one connects, head at, just got a piece of it, but couldn't redirect it towards the goal. It's handled there by the Cardinals, unable to keep it in. Good work there by Cantler to try and work that ball along the near side, as they will throw it in with the Otters. Horgan. Gustav on a cross. Header attempt just did not connect, as offside is going to be the call against the Otters. Tried the header, looked like for Matthew Toole, and just out of his reach. Goal kick by Ethan Carlson. Back towards midfield, where Alexandria kind of controlled things in the first 2-3 minutes. Things have certainly leveled back. And pretty even match so far. About 11 minutes in. Ball taken by the Otters. Frischman couldn't get around a second defender. Quickly booted into the 18, but cleared back out by Alexandria. For the Otters, Alec Frischman. Now Heikus. Marshall Philbaum near side. Joshua Horgan for Gustav. Broken up by Alexandria. Comes back on the foot, and he tries to put it on goal. Does Horgan. Broken up by the Cardinals. Popped high into the air and headed out by Alexandria. And off the chest of Ramos, and Ramos, also with a drop kick, pops it back to midfield. Otters with contact on it, as there to try and handle it, but Klecker couldn't keep possession for Alexandria, but Alexandria will work with it as Auden Zeller sends it far side, trying to weave through defenders and sends the pass along, and through ball opportunity for Ramos, and offside is going to be called. Tried to find Ramos through ball opportunity. Either offside or maybe a foul was assessed. Either way, free kick coming here for the Otters. And a good deep ball headed there by Alexandria. Defender kind of put his hands up, sure kind of deal with what's left of the evening sun. Alexandria to play it. Anderson through ball again. Klecker will get to it. He'll work his way into the box. Right-footed strike, and has it broken up by the Otters, and Godwin with a slide to the turf, scramble and scoop that up for the Otters, as Klecker had some room and was ready to strike with the right foot, but broken up by the Otters. Ball back towards midfield. Fergus Falls with Horgan. 13th minute of play here in this opening half, and we are still scoreless. To the middle, broken up by Ramos. Trying to grab it on the run for Alexandria. Like Micah Kitzman was over there. Taken back by the Cardinals. Ramos just out of his reach. Handled at midfield. Getting a piece of the ball is Joe Heikus. Trying to weave through traffic. Ramos. It's tied up there with Joe Heikus. Battle for possession. Now Alexandria. They try to find Klecker. First attempt didn't work. Ramos trying to drop it between defenders. Klecker taken away by Fergus Falls and handled there by the Otters. Gustav will handle it. Switches to the left foot. Long ball. Looks like he has a chance to connect over to the far side, and worked over with the far corner by Fergus Falls. Ball popped free and finally handled there by Alexandria. Auden Zeller with it for the Cardinals in the 14th minute, 13 and a half in, still scoreless. Possession to Alexandria as Julian Ramos starts things up. Ball back for Ramos. Can he get there? And no. Whistle, and I believe offside's going to be called. It was either that or it looked like it might have been potentially a handball as well. Looks like as it got deflected downfield, it might have been the case, but it's going to be a free kick here for the Cardinals. They'll be about 40 yards out roughly. And Julian Ramos on the free kick. They'll set up four players kind of to the left of the 18. And Klecker trying to keep it in play and gets a piece of it. Trying to head it to keep it in bounds and cannot. Substitutions in for the Otters. As for Fergus Falls, Lucas Toole, freshman, will check into the match for the first time, as will sophomore on defense Coulter McGinnis. Substitution in for Alexandria. They'll get Ryan Sandin in at the next stoppage. Gustav for the Otters will find Lucas Toole just into the match. Ready to start the 16th minute. Still scoreless. 3 corner kicks for the Otters so far. 3-0 for the Cardinals. Ball over to the far side. Otters. Long ball. Nearly connected, but Auden Zeller. Zeller works the far sideline. Pass broken up by Fergus Falls, not a play, and Cardinals will throw it in. And the substitution in for Alexandria, 14, junior Ryan Sandin is into the match for Ramos. He will be back on defense here for Alexandria. Ball to midfield, now connects Anderson. Rogan Anderson for Julian Ramos. Ramos veers over to the far side. It's around one defender, met by a second defender there for the Otters. Pass trying to connect with Klecker, didn't get there, headed out by Fergus Falls. Comes back to the foot of Sandin for Klecker. Klecker works near side. Roughly about 40 yards out. Anderson handles things. Pass, trying to get it back for Anderson. It is taken back by Fergus Falls. Otters. Lucas Toole. Long pass. Gustav able to handle it. Gustav works to the right foot. Pass into the 18. Closest one there for the Otters. Parker Cantrud couldn't get there, and goalkeeper Ethan Carlson comes up with the loose ball. And the goal kick. Boy, good deep ball through midfield. Good 50 to 60 yards downfield. Headed by the Otters. Ramos trying to pick it up, but headed a second time by the Otters. And in the meantime, Julian Ramos will get to it first for Alexandria. Got some room to work with. Good pass to the middle. Broken up, and a left-footed strike, and a save. Second save for Aiden Godwin. The left-footed strike that time looked like from Auden Zeller. Otters send it down the far sideline. Pass did not connect and out of play. So the Cardinals will throw it back in. 18th minute of play. We're in the 18th minute of the opening half. Fergus Falls and Alexandria. Boys soccer and scoreless. Otters coming at 3-1 on the season. 2-1 inside of Central Lakes Conference play. Jackson Bertram, number 12, checks into the match. Micah Kitzman will check out for Alexandria. Long pass for Gustav is cleared out by Alexandria and on a play to the bench area. This will be the only matchup with the Cardinals and the Otters in boys soccer this season. At least, yeah, actually it will be because they are in different sections as Alexandria and Section 8, Class 3A. Teams such as Moorhead in that section. The Otters in the middle class in Section 8. Fergus Falls. And across Gustav as contact. One of the Cardinals got tripped up. Play continues on as looking for to try and connect. Pass broken up, trying to get that ball to Jackson Bertram, and Otters booted out of play. 19th minute of this first half. Stick around for a Minnesota Motor Company halftime report. Minnesota Motor Company, South Pebble Lake Road in Fergus Falls. Otters with the ball offensively. Quick pass there by Cantrud. Finding Marshall Philbaum, but ball cleared out. And be handled by the defenseman for the Otters. Comes back to midfield. Alec Prishman. McGinnis set up near side for the Otters. Go to the middle instead. Philbaum, pass broken up by the Cardinals, deflected. Comes into the 18 far side. On there for defenses. Sawyer Blair from Alexandria has kind of worked that ball, kind of guided that ball, kind of goal line extended to the goalkeeper's right now to play. And a goal kick coming. Almost halfway through this first half. Goal kick back to midfield. Ramos there for Alexandria. Likewise, Jackson Bertram. Bertram battles with Parker Cantrud for the ball. We'll drop it back to midfield. Prishman, near side, McGinnis. Back for Alec Prishman. Prishman, good pass out. Halfway through this opening half of play as we are in the nearly reaching the halfway point of this first half. 2 saves for goalkeeper Godwin. Otters with 1 shot. Did not reach the net. Here comes Gustav now for Fergus Falls. Gustav. Pass did not connect. Closest player there for the Otters was Matthew Toole. Now the Cardinals work the near sideline, trying to come past midfield and handled there. Again by Clacker. Julian Ramos, but booted away into the Fergus Falls bench by the Otters. Checking in for Alexandria will be number 20, Harlan Ream. 9th grader makes his first appearance of the match. And Clacker will get a breather. Temperatures in the 70s. Boy, pleasant night. I was talking with Coach Joel Hike as he says, beautiful night. He says, love fall. 72 degrees right now. Just a little bit of a breeze. But just a picture-perfect night here in Lakes Country. Boys soccer with the Cardinals and the Otters tonight. Channel 977, the KBRF YouTube page, of course, on the Fergus Now app. Pass by Graham Odlin. Shot and a save made. To drop it off is save number 3 for Aiden Godwin. Long pass tried to connect, breaking it up, and keeping it in play was Ryan Sandin off his foot. Now Odlin. Odlin there, likewise Rogan Anderson for the Alexandria Cardinals. Gustav for Lucas Toole. Pass back to Gustav. Heads it. Batted away, but Gustav hustles after it and will get it back. Drops a pass off. Had a return pass. Lucas Toole couldn't connect with Gustav. And a long shot from about 25 yards out roughly. And that one's scooped up by Ethan Carlson. Second shot by our count for the Otters. It won't be considered a save on that one. Toole drops it back. Right-footed strike from McGinnis. Beja Gustav works with it. Turns back to the right foot, trying to get himself away from the defender. Good ball handling skills there as he spins and twists, but loses the ball in the process. Into the 18. Taken back by Alexandria. Leon Ramos will start the rush down the pitch here as Ramos got tangled up with one of the Otters. Lost the ball, but a foul might be assessed, I believe, against Fergus Falls, and it will be. Free kick coming. Roughly about 45 out. Nearly 23 minutes into this opening half. There's the free kick on the header. Was headed first by Graham Odlin. Moves back to midfield. Otters got some room to work with. Long ball near side, trying to find Gustav and try to get him in some space. Back there and defensively was Bo Jones for Alexandria. Out of play and will lead to a throw-in for the Cardinals. As Jacobo Ramos is back into the match here for Alexandria. Looks near sideline, eventually throws it in, finding Micah Kitzman, who's also back into the match. Ball comes near side. Harlan Ream keeps it in play for Ramos. Cardinals trying to break the ball out of their own end. Pass for Julian Ramos. Back towards midfield, through midfield. Back to the outer logo. Logan Anderson with the through ball, loose. There's some contact, finally kicked aside by the Otters. It looked like it was headed to Godwin as one of the Cardinals trying to get after that loose ball and got tangled up and got tripped up and went down. As is going to lead to a corner kick, it appears, which would be the first of the night for Alexandria, and it will be for Rogan Anderson. No, it won't. I believe it'll be Ramos. Leon Ramos, first corner of the match here for Alexandria. Coming at 3-0-3. There's the corner over to the far side, headed there by the Cardinals. Otters try to head it out. It'll be a throw in from the far side for Alexandria. Thrown in, and quick shot. It was headed there. Nice job there by Julian Ramos, heading it for Harlan Ream. And the right-footed strike up and missed the crossbar. Goal kick by Godwin. Connects, finding Marshall Philbaum. Otters work all along the far sideline. Pass just out of the reach of Cantrud and Gustav as well. Ball loose. And back on possession comes Alexandria. Rogan Anderson got to it first, trying to find Julian Ramos. And there's a long strike on one bounce. About 30 yards out. Nice job there by Marshall Philbaum. As handled by the goalkeeper. The Otters with 3 shots so far. Ball through the middle as after it, trying to grab it on the run, was Julian Ramos. Otters will send it back toward midfield. Ball over to the corner. Godwin will get to it, gets a foot on it, will keep it in play, and he will scoop it up and see if he will attempt, and he will. Goal kick. High goal kick. First one down there for the Otters is Matthew Toole, but ball bounces out of play. We're in the 27th minute. Godwin 3 saves, 1 save for Ethan Carlson, the keeper for Alexandria. Corner kicks 3 for the Otters and 1 for the Cardinals. On the Park Region scoreboard, we are scoreless here from Otter Stadium tonight. Central Lakes Conference Boys Soccer. Here on the KBRF YouTube page, along with Channel 977 and on the Fergus Now app. All broken out by the Cardinals. Sliding stop on that ball by Harlan Ream with it, and he'll come away with it for the Cardinals. Finds Ramos. Ramos works his way around Philbaum. He's chased from behind. Through ball, trying to connect as Ream with it. Ream to the right foot. Has a teammate there as well in Jackson Bertram, and got a whistle. I believe offside's going to be assessed. Or foul assessed, one of the two. And it will be a free kick coming for Fergus Falls. I believe offside was assessed on that. Joe Hikus on the free kick and trying to keep it in play. Josh Horgan for Gustav. Good battle there for that ball. Gustav and Bo Jones, and going to be a whistle, and I believe a foul is going to be assessed on Gustav. Kind of lowered his head, kind of almost into the back of the Alexandria defender and Bo Jones. It's going to lead free kick, and they'll let the goalkeeper, Ethan Carlson, bring the ball back into play. Strike here near side, and out of bounds right near midfield. Trying to almost stop it with his foot. For Alexandria was Harlan Ream near side, and the Otters will throw it in. Graham Odlin back into the match for Alexandria. Ramos will come out. And that's thrown in by Quinn Wynn Sheldon. Seniors in on defense now for Fergus Falls. 11.5 minutes first half. Wynn Sheldon breaks up a pass at midfield. Ball goes out of bounds along the far sideline, and Wynn Sheldon will throw it in for the Otters. A little over 11 minutes to play in this opening half of the Park Region scoreboard. We indeed are scoreless from Otter Stadium. The Cardinals in Fergus Falls tonight. The Alexandria Cardinals. The CLC got to specify which set of Cardinals it is. Ball near side. Will come over to Harlan. Ream is over there. Odland battles for the ball, taken away by the Otters. Good work there by Lucas Toole, but comes back to Odland. Pass connects, but stumbling on the header attempt. Trying to get back to it for Alexandria was Andrew Mayer. Mayer after the loose ball. Last contact by Fergus Falls, and the Cardinals will throw it in as Miles Breitzman and Patrick Klecker back into the match. Looks like Sandin will check out. Oh, it'll be Harlan Ream, correction, that'll check out of the match. And likewise, out goes Andrew Mayer. Cardinals will throw it in. From the far side, they'll throw it in from roughly about 30 to 35 yards out. Clock stop for the moment, 10:04 remaining here in the first half. Otter Boys Soccer presented to you by Minnesota Motor Company, also by Park Region, Nelson Auto Center, and Running Stitches Embroidery. They are the local choice for embroidery and screen printing in Fergus Falls. That is Running Stitches Embroidery. So we have a quick pause here. We'll have ourselves a Lake Region Healthcare timeout. Officials talking with players on both sides. So I think just kind of having a word with maybe both teams. The yellow card's been assessed against Alexandria. The official was discussing things with one of the Cardinals, and whoever it was, we'll see who the number was for the Cardinals, started chirping back and was assessed a yellow card as Ryan Sandin will check into the match as I think it's Auden Zeller that was assessed the yellow card. As we are back to action. Just under 10 minutes to play here in this first half and still scoreless. Cardinals with Ramos. Julian Ramos trying to work his way around Philman. Ramos into the box on a cross as we have some contact and a whistle, and we'll see if it's a foul or offsides as they tried to get a shot off into the cross, or off the cross. Offsides the call. The Otters will bring play back in on the goal kick from Aiden Godwin. Ball downfield. Nice job to head that by Fellman. Gustav will handle it far side for the Otters. Gustav, long pass trying to connect and getting a piece of it over the far side. Looks like that was tooled, contact, and out of play. Good long ball there by Gustav trying to connect, and Otter that was downfield was shaken up. He was tied up over there with Ryan Sandin. And limping a little bit for the Otters, that was Matthew Toole. And Toole will limp back to the bench. Joe Hikus will get a substitution in place for him, and Isaiah Lawson, junior, will check in for the Otters. So Isaiah Lawson checks in. Play brought back in by Alexandria. Graham Odlin. All broken up, taken back by the Otters. Handled there by Fergus Falls. Fell bomb and across. Gustav couldn't get to it. Trying to hustle after it, trying to keep that one in play. I believe Cooper Miller there for the Otters. Broken up by Alexandria. Works along the far side and out of play. So Fergus Falls will throw it in. We're inside of 8 minutes to play here in this opening half. No score on the Park Region scoreboard. Park Region surface beyond the connection. All thrown back in. Otters look to handle the ball over to the far side. Cross attempt broken up. Fellbaum trying to get there. And handled by Alexandria. Julian Ramos. Ball broken up. Left-footed pass and finds Patrick Klecker. Klecker sends it back to the middle. Ramos and Godwin comes out about 15 yards out of the goal to scoop up that loose ball. There's a good two-man game there by Alexandria with Klecker and Ramos. Goal kick deep. Gustav trying to locate the ball. Getting a piece of it was Jacobo Ramos for Alexandria, but Can't keep it in play, and Fergus Falls will throw it in. 7 minutes right now here in this first half. And the header attempt is Otters will handle it. Fergus Falls. Fellbaum. It's a shot and broke it up. Didn't get to the goalkeeper. Is getting a piece of it. Deflecting it was one of the Cardinals in front of the goalkeeper, Ethan Carlson. And the Otters will get their fourth corner with Fellbaum to do the Otters from the far corner. Loose and cleared out by Alexandria. Otters were not able to get a clean scoring attempt on that. Here comes Julian Ramos. He tries to work his way around McGinnis. Ramos, room down the runways. He'll head over to the far side. Ramos drops a pass back out just outside the 18. Pass out, tried to find Klecker. I don't think he was expecting it. Ball got by him. And a loose ball handled back to get it for Alexandria. Rogan Anderson. Anderson's pass connects, comes back to Rogan Anderson. He'll work about 40 yards out. Pass broken up by the Otters. Over to the far side it goes as Graham Odlin gets it back. Left-footed pass, Julian Ramos. Another shot blocked. Blocked there by one of the Otters. I think it was Wynn Sheldon. Took the brunt of that block with authority, I might add. 5.5 minutes to play in this opening half. Gustav. Otters. Work it through midfield. Pass back for Gustav as Asia Gustav couldn't get to it, and the Cardinals booted out of play. So, Otters will throw it in. Not quite yet. It'll be Auden Zeller. Got the yellow card earlier for Alexandria. Looks like he will check back into the match. We are still scoreless as Gustav works the ball from the far corner. Gets through traffic. Cross was blocked. Cardinals will boot it and clear it out of play. Horgan on the throw-in for the Otters. 4.5 minutes to go. This first half thrown in deep. Headed out by the Cardinals. Kept in play and finally cleared out on the second attempt by Alexandria. Julian Ramos has Klecker to his left. Through ball. Klecker trying to get to it and can't. Broken up first by McGinnis. Ball comes back to Ramos. He'll get it back on the return pass. Works his way into the 18. Otters bottle things up from there. It's a long strike by Anderson. That one goes up and over the crossbar and split the football uprights just above it. Shot attempt out of play. Auden Zeller, who went to the bench with the yellow card. He is back in to the match for Alexandria. Sawyer Blair will check out. We're under 4 minutes to play. 36th minute. Actually, the 37th minute correction here in the first half. About 3.5 minutes to play. Still scoreless with Fergus Falls and Alexandria. Over to the far side. And back to the middle it goes. Anderson's pass. Connects Julian Ramos. And to drop it off. Was trying to find Auden Zeller and taken back by Fergus Falls. Certainly had some ebbs and flows here in this first half where teams have kind of controlled play. As far as offensive opportunities, Alexandria had the first couple. Otters were able to match that. Klecker gets the ball here in the near side. Klecker works his way into the 18. Contact. Cleared out by Fergus Falls. He got tripped up, went down. Gustav trying to get around Bo Jones. And gets past Rogan Anderson. Gustav met by 3 different defenders. Gets by them all. The shot was blocked. He got around 3 defenders. And finally, Jacobo Ramos blocked his right-footed strike roughly about 18 to 20 yards out and out of play. It will lead for a corner opportunity. It'll be number 5 for the Otters here in this opening half. Matthew Toole will check into the game for the Otters. So Toole in. Cooper Miller will take a breather here for the Otters. Corner by Marshall Philbaum, forthcoming. 2 minutes to go in this first half. On the cross attempt, headed, loose, and the shot goes up and over the football uprights and out of play from Lucas Toole. Came onto the foot of Toole, who popped it up over the crossbar and through the football goalpost just about a foot or two just up top of that far side goal. So Philman will be another corner coming here for the Otters, their 6th. Philman has handled most of the corners here in this opening half. A little over a minute to play. I'll set Gustav up down low. Lucas Toole up high. There's the ball headed out by Alexandria. Second header by the Cardinals. Rogan Anderson hits one off the back of Lucas Toole. Headed by the Otters again. Fellman after it. And sent on a shot attempt towards the keeper. And it's scooped up by Ethan Carlson. Final minute of play here in this first half. Goal kick. Good long ball by Ethan Carlson. Through midfield off the shoulder of one of the Cardinals. We got off of Graham Odlin. Now Anderson handles it. Anderson's pass. Chance for Klecker on a through ball. Klecker with a right-footed strike. He'll score! In the final minute here of the first half. Through ball connected. And Patrick Klecker with the right-footed strike just inside the left goal pipe. Here in the 40th minute, the final minute of this opening half. And Alexandria takes a 1-0 lead. So Klecker scores. 39-44 in the first half in the 40th minute. Should get an assist if they would award an assist. As the final seconds ticking away, there's an assist. It'd probably go to Brogan Anderson on that. Down to 2-1, and that'll end the first half of play. So we hit halftime here at Otter Stadium. As Alexandria grabs the opening goal and takes the lead as they score in the final minute of the first half, in the 40th minute, on a through ball to Patrick Klecker. And Klecker, one of the top scorers for the Cardinals this season, comes through with the goal, and that's where we're at here at halftime. So your halftime score reads on the Park Region scoreboard. It is Alexandria with the lead. Cardinals 1, the Fergus Falls Otters 0. It's our Minnesota Motor Company halftime report, all coming up in a moment.
We asked customers, why do you choose Minnesota Motor Company? And they said, it's a straightforward buying process. No games or gimmicks.
We get it. You can buy a vehicle anywhere. We pride ourselves on being upfront and honest with our customers. No games, no gimmicks.
We encourage customers to come in and talk with us about their needs and their budget. We'll work hard to get you the best deal.
Thank you for choosing Minnesota Motor Company.
It's time to replace your old furnace. That old one has been a drain on your energy bill for far too long. Let Ugstead Plumbing and Heating replace your old inefficient furnace with a new carrier system and help you and your checkbook rest easy. Ugstead Plumbing and Heating, Fergus Falls.
The key to a great meal is at the Viking Cafe of Fergus Falls. The Viking Cafe with Minnesota's best omelet, manhole cover pancakes, and burgers that will fill your appetite. The key to a great breakfast and lunch is at the Viking Cafe, downtown Fergus Falls.
Every team has a home field advantage. Make yours the internet from Park Region. With speeds that keep up with the pace of the game and the reliability to never miss a play, you'll always be connected. Get the internet that's always in your corner. Park Region, your home team's internet advantage.
Make OSPTI your choice for outpatient rehabilitation and sports injuries with locations in Fergus Falls and Breckenridge. Orthopedic and sports physical therapy is the right choice for your recovery. Live your best life. Trust the experts at OSPTI.
Looking to buy, build, or refinance? Trust Alicia Helgeson at FM Bank in Fergus Falls. With expert guidance and local know-how, she makes the mortgage process smooth and stress-free. Call Alicia or apply online at mybankfm.com today. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's has a way better option than some overprocessed junk from the back of your freezer. They've got take and bake meals made fresh with real ingredients, and all you have to do is stick it in the oven. Fresh and Fancy, saving moms one dinner at a time.
Welcome back. It is our Minnesota Motor Company halftime report here in Channel 977, FergusNow.com, the Fergus Now app, and also here on the KBRF Radio YouTube page. 1-0, a 1-0 lead for Alexandria as they scored in the final minute. In fact, with 16 seconds to play, 39-44 is the first goal of the game. Comes here right at the end of the half. Some volleyball tonight on Z103, also on the KBRF Radio YouTube page. Hillcrest leads Battle Lake. In fact, they won the first set as the Comets win that over the Battlers 25-19. Lone goal of the first half after play kind of swung back and forth. Alexandria had the first best couple of opportunities so far. Or those came in the opening minutes of the first half, and then things swung back out of the Otters' favor as we were able to set up some. Didn't lead to a lot of shots, but they really controlled more of the play probably for about a 6 to 8 minute stretch midway through that first half, led by Fellbaum and Benjamin Gustav, and some good work on defense as well. Joseph Heinkes, Quinn Winsholden did a nice job as well, and all in all, 3 saves for goalkeeper Aiden Godwin. The Otters had 6 corner kicks in the first half compared to 1 for Alexandria, but the goal on a through ball to Patrick Klecker. Klecker, one of the top scorers for the Cardinals, scored with 16 seconds to play in the first half. In the 40th minute, on the through ball from Rogan Anderson, connected and scored just inside the near side post. And that's the only goal of the first half. Alexandria leads it by a score of 1-0. As we mentioned earlier, the Cardinals are 3-0-3. Their game's coming up. They will host Brainerd on Thursday. That is a section and conference matchup. They will also host St. Cloud Apollo coming up next Tuesday. But they come in 3-0-3 on the year, as they have yet to lose a match. They have scored a total of 15 goals, so averaging about 2.5 goals per match. They have surrendered 9, giving up a goal and a half per match, with Ethan Carlson doing most of that work in goal for the Cardinals. The Otters come into play as they have scored on the season, totaling things up 18 goals. This their 8th game, but 18 goals in their first 7. 8 came in 1 on an 8-0 blanking of East Grand Forks here last Tuesday, but they have scored 18, and they have surrendered, totaling up those numbers. They have given up 15 on the season, now 16 with the goal from Patrick Klecker. So our Minnesota Motor Company halftime report. Minnesota Motor Company on South Pebble Lake Road in Fergus Falls. Great selection of new vehicles, used vehicles, if you've ever considered leasing. And, of course, that sales and service department, top-notch. Minnesota Motor Company, South Pebble Lake Road in Fergus Falls. We're at the half, 1-0. Cardinals with the lead. We're back with more boys soccer in a moment.
We asked customers, why do you choose Minnesota Motor Company? And they said, Minnesota Motor Company builds lasting relationships.
Sales are just a part of what we do here at Minnesota Motor Company. Our main focus is building relationships and creating genuine connections with customers.
We often hear from customers that they come to Minnesota Motor Company for the experience and because of the relationships that they form. That means a lot to us, and that's why we do what we do.
Thank you for choosing Minnesota Motor Company.
At American Federal Bank, they're proud sponsors of local high school athletics. From Friday night lights to buzzer-beating shots, these students inspire us all. Just like them, American Federal is here to go the extra mile for you. American Federal Bank, investing in our community, one play at a time. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Fergus Falls Monument Company, Ryan and Mike want you to design a personal memorial for your loved one that will fully express your personal sentiment and that of your loved one. Fergus Falls Monument on Pebble Lake Road, online, foreverstonmemorials.com.
Lake Region Healthcare is proud to be trusted and recommended by parents and coaches, athletes, and families. Keeping healthcare close to home for local athletes and all their fans. Find us online at lrhc.org.
It's time to replace your old furnace. That old one has been a drain on your energy bill for far too long. Let Ugstead Plumbing and Heating replace your old inefficient furnace with a new carrier system and help you and your checkbook rest easy. Ugstead Plumbing and Heating, Fergus Falls.
Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's has a way better option than some overprocessed junk from the back of your freezer. They've got take and bake meals made fresh with real ingredients, and all you have to do is stick it in the oven. Fresh and Fancy, saving moms one dinner at a time.
What's your number?
We've driven 57 miles 6 times for a great deal at Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
Welcome back to more of our Minnesota Motor Company halftime report. Brad Anderson with you on Channel 977, KBRF YouTube page, and also on the Fergus Now app as well. 1-0 Alexandria as the Cardinals trying to remain without a loss. 3-0-3 on the season. The Otters, as we mentioned, will be at Sauk Rapids Rice on Thursday, at Wilmer coming up next Tuesday. Home matches remaining. There are 4 left in the regular season. They'll all come in a span of about a week. 23rd with St. Cloud Apollo, 27th with Hillcrest, 29th with Detroit Lakes, which we will have on the KBRF Radio YouTube page, and also against St. Cloud Tech. Stay tuned for the second half. That does it for our Minnesota Motor Company halftime report. Minnesota Motor Company at South Pebble Lake Road in Fergus Falls. As we get you ready for the second half of play with the Alexandria Cardinals holding a 1-0 lead.
Welcome to Minnesota Motor Company.
As a customer, you can expect award-winning sales and service, body shop, express lube, Boss snowplows and accessories, and auto glass installation and repair.
Every team has a home field advantage. Make yours the internet from Park Region. With speeds that keep up with the pace of the game and the reliability to never miss a play, you'll always be connected. Get the internet that's always in your corner. Park Region, your home team's internet advantage.
Looking to buy, build, or refinance? Trust Alicia Helgeson at FM Bank in Fergus Falls. With expert guidance and local know-how, she makes the mortgage process smooth and stress-free. Call Alicia or apply online at mybankfm.com today. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The key to a great meal is at the Viking Cafe of Fergus Falls. The Viking Cafe with Minnesota's best omelet, manhole cover pancakes, and burgers that will fill your appetite. The key to a great breakfast and lunch is at the Viking Cafe, downtown Fergus Falls.
At Fergus Falls Monument Company, Ryan and Mike want you to design a personal memorial for your loved one that will fully express your personal sentiment and that of your loved one. Fergus Falls Monument on Pebble Lake Road, online, foreverstonmemorials.com.
Nelson Auto Center in Fergus Falls and Grand Forks is your shopping stop for America's 3 favorite truck brands, Ford, Ram, and GMC. Whether you're towing, hauling, or just enjoying the open road, we have a truck for you. Half, 3/4, and 1 ton, there's a truck for every job. Stop and visit or shop any of our stores at NelsonAutoCenter.com. Nelson Auto Center, Fergus Falls and Grand Forks.
Serve your family and friends the best. Certified Angus beef from the meat department at Service Food. Special cuts and orders always welcome. Service Food, West Lincoln Avenue, Fergus Falls.
Service Food. Serving you best.
As we get you ready for the second half, just underway as the Otters handle the ball to open up the second half of play. It is 1-0 Alexandria. From right to left. Ball for Gustav, couldn't connect with it, and the ball out of bounds and be thrown in quickly by the Cardinals. 41st minute of play just underway in half number 2, and Cardinals with a 1-0 lead. Corner kicks were 6-1 in that opening half in favor of the Otters. 4 saves for Aiden Godwin, the keeper for Fergus Falls. 2 for keeper Ethan Carlson. Gustav, shot blocked high into the air and trying to keep it in play. Headed, now Shot attempt cleared out. And handled there by Alexandria. So handled there by the Cardinals, and loose ball will come back here, back towards midfield. Through ball trying to connect with both Ramos, and also over there for Alexandria was Miles Breitzman. And the ball out of play as the Cardinals looking to throw it in. On the throw in, Sawyer Blair. Odland about 25 yards out. Odland weaving through traffic, lost the ball, and cleared it side and out of play by the Otters once ball got into the 18. But really a nice job by Odland to kind of weave his way through traffic and lead to another throw in, as will not be Blair this time on the throw in. Micah Kitzman. Kitzman throws it in. Headed, and boy, good header attempt, went just wide. Kind of went a little higher out in the 18. The header attempt by Graham Odland. On the header went wide of the goal. Godwin on the goal kick brings play back in. Ball near side. Otters will let that go out of play. His last touch by Miles Breitman. Isaiah Lawson was the first one there for the Otters. And it'll be thrown back in by Noah Schlosser for Fergus Falls. Lawson trying to keep it in play and trying to work along the near sideline and couldn't keep it in play. Pass is broken up. Nice job to break that up. I believe it was Hikus that came in. And actually, correction on that, it was Quinn Wynn-Chilton that broke that ball up. Gustav through a pair of Alexandria Cardinals, works his way into the 18. Trying to get a shot off. Surrounded by three different Cardinals, but boy, fancy footwork there. Pass for Lawson was broken up, and offside is going to be the call against the Otters. But boy, Gustav, everywhere he turned, there was two, if not a third defender there to surround him. So free kick, the goal keeper Carlson will handle that. Deep ball, long ball downfield. Popped back by the Otters. First one down there, Quinn Wynn-Chilton. 1-0 Cardinals on the Park Region scoreboard. We are into the 44th minute of play. About 3.5 minutes into the second half of action from Otter Stadium in Fergus Falls. Ball's kicked out of play. And Alexandria will throw it back in. Interesting to see once they get into, the Cardinals get into section play. And they're in that top class now in 3 classes of soccer. Through ball, trying to chase it down is Miles Breitman. Can he get there? And it's poked away and out of play by the Otters. But they have a section opponent in the conference with Brainerd. In Section 8 AAA, in a moment we'll take a look at those standings as throw in by the Cardinals. Header attempt and kicked out of play. Tried to, I think, look like for Miles Breitzman to try that header attempt, and ball ends up out of play. But in 8 AAA, Cardinals are in with Buffalo, Monticello, Moorhead, St. Michael, Albertville, Bemidji, Elk River, and Brainerd. Buffalo's off to a 4-0 start as of the corner attempt. Second corner kick of the match for Alexandria. That's the first of the half. Didn't connect, and ball through the box and out of play. Monticello 4-2. Andrew Mayer will check into the match for Alexandria in place of Miles Breitzman. Goal kick by Godwin. Brings us back into play in the 46th minute. Boy, nice move, Ramos. The shot blocked by the Otters on the right-footed strike attempt, and the Otters unable to keep it in play. But Ramos, with a full head of steam, worked his way into the box and about 10 yards out. Had his strike attempt blocked. Ramos throws it back in. Ball did not connect, trying to find Graham Odland, and the Otters unable to keep it in play. And it should lead to a corner opportunity here for Alexandria. And Ramos heading over to the near corner. They will set up their second corner of the half. Two players in deep, right near the goal line. They'll send it low instead. Shot attempt, blocked. Klecker had it denied and cleared out. Good deep ball there by the Otters. Back it goes for Bo Jones. His pass did not connect with Rogan Anderson trying to find a teammate along the far side. Well, the Fergus Falls substitution as in for the Otters will be Coulter McGinnis. As McGinnis makes his first appearance in the second half for the Otters. And Joe Heikes will get a breather. 6.5 minutes into the second half, 47th minute of the match. If you just joined us, goal in the final minute of the first half from Patrick Klecker in a well-placed through ball with 16 seconds to go in that first half. Has held up to this point. Gustav works the far sideline. Cross attempt was broken up. Defender got a piece of that, scooped up by the keeper Carlson, who flings it downfield, headed by the Otters. Onto the chest of Cantrud. Cantrud trying to keep it in play. And here come the Cardinals with it. Ramos, good pass, trying to connect with Micah Kitzman, and we'll have a whistle. And it will be a free kick here for Fergus Falls. So, violation against the Cardinals, and the Otters bring it back into play. 7.5 minutes into the second half, 48th minute of the match, still 1-0 Cardinals on the Park Region scoreboard. Reminder, we get into our post game, we'll have our player of the game presented by Quality Toyota Fergus Falls and by Lake Country Graphics in Fergus Falls. There's a strike attempt and finally sent over to the near side. First attempt there, more of a pass than a shot from Marshall Fellbaum. And the Otters will throw it back in. Handled there by Fergus Falls. Over there, Noah Schlosser. Schlosser, Lucas Toole there as well. And finally handled by the Otters as Otters will handle it. That's looking to connect with Beja Gustav, and Gustav unable to get to that loose ball. The Cardinals throw it back in. 9th minute of the second half. Not a lot of offensive opportunity so far in the second half. Opportunity there, and boy, well, as we speak, almost spoke a little too soon. Marshall Fellbaum, 20 to 25 yards out, a low shot, tried to kind of aim it low towards the near side post. And the save made there by Ethan Carlson. Deep ball downfield. Loose ball, trying to grab it, getting a foot on it was Andrew Mayer. Ramos battles for the ball for the Cardinals. Trying to keep possession over the far sideline. And is able to do so. It's around an Otter defender. Ramos. Julian Ramos works. Pass. And trying to connect with Mayer. Trying to find Mayer and out of play. Into the 10th minute of the second half. 50th minute of this match. 1-0. The lead for Alexandria will come in without a loss, 3 wins and 3 ties, including a 1-1 deadlock with Delano on Saturday. Ball back to midfield. Off the goal kick there for Fergus Falls. Matthew Toole there. And the Otters come away with it. Pass attempt, Toole trying to find Gustav, but broken up by the Cardinals. It will lead to a Fergus Falls throw-in. Toole looking towards Gustav, fires for Gustav, headed from the 18, near side by Alexandria. Toole there for the Otters, finds Gustav, and I believe we're going to get offside, and we will. Offside called against Fergus Falls. Otter Soccer is presented to you by Running Stitches Embroidery. They are the local choice for embroidery and screen printing in Fergus Falls. That is Running Stitches Embroidery. Our timeouts are presented by Lake Region Healthcare. I haven't had a ton of stoppages to tell you about, but Lake Region Healthcare does bring you our timeouts throughout the match here on Channel 977. Here's Gustav. Gustav works his way into the box, and his shot was blocked. Denied there by Bo Jones, as Jones almost stood straight up to deflect the shot attempt. Beja Gustav and out of play. Corner, I believe it will be a corner, and it will be Gustav on the corner for the Otters. Their 7th corner of the match, and the first here in the second half. So Gustav ready is Camp 1 player. Right down low. Header attempt through traffic, loose in front, and the keeper, Carlson, comes away with it. He was scurrying to try to find that loose ball. One of the Otters was camped there in front. Looked like Marshall Fellbaum had the closest chance with it, and finally Carlson gets to it and sends a deep ball in the goal kick downfield, and a whistle. And the Otters are going to get the ball back on a free kick, it appears, and that will be the case. Quinn Wynne-Sheldon on the free kick. Brings it back in and sends the ball towards midfield. Broken up by Alexandria. Pass connects. Lucas Toole's pass. Battle for it, and eventually taken by the Cardinals. Taken there by Alexandria. Ramos with a shot, and he scores! A long ball there from Julian Ramos. And Ramos, at least 30 yards out, maybe a little longer, 30 to 35 out. It comes with 27:53 to play in the second half, and a long ball and connected just out of the reach of Aiden Godwin. Went up to kind of the top, I'll say top corner, kind of top towards the middle, and scores. 27:53 in the second half, and gives Alexandria a 2-0 lead. So that ball comes in the 53rd minute of the second half. 2-0 Cardinals. And here's another chance as well for Alexandria as they steal the ball into the box loose, and the Otters will clear that ball and send it out of play. But Ramos with a strong strike went up high and again just out of the reach. The leaping keeper, Aiden Godwin for the Otters, and Alexandria lead is now 2-0. A little over 27 minutes to play here in the match. Ball thrown in, headed by Fellbaum, cleared out by Fergus Falls. Gustav puts the brakes on, keeps possession. Now we'll drop it off. And here comes Fergus Falls with it. And sent along the far side, now to play. And it will belong to the Cardinals, and it will. So Alexandria looks to throw it in, and now you get the lead at 2-0. Try and keep possession, but really, if you're the Cardinals, I should say, the Otters, you may have to take a chance, force the issue a little bit. Feed for Mayer. Across the pitch and cross field, Mayer unable to get to it. And it will be thrown back in by Fergus Falls, and when Johnson is in for Alexandria will be Harlan Ream. So Ream checks in. Out will go Patrick Klecker. As out for Fergus Falls, checking out for the Otters. Check that number that went out. That was Alec Prishman. Alexandria keeps possession again. Downfield it goes as the Cardinals out the 2-0 lead. And you try to control play, keep as much possession as you can. Otters need one to get it started. As for Marshall Fellbaum. Now Gustav handles back for Fellbaum. Tried to get a foot to settle that ball down. Loose after it. Fergus Falls unable to get it. It was Noah Schlosser. And handled by Alexandria. Here's Ramos with it. As Ramos trying to get around Marshall Fellbaum. Pass connects. As there's Graham Odlin. Odlin's ball broken up. Back towards midfield where it's handled there by Alexandria. 25 minutes to go here in the second half. Ready to start the 56th minute of this match. 2-0 Alexandria on the Park Region scoreboard. Park Region Service beyond the connection. Alexandria. Pass did not connect. Otters trying to gain possession over there. Parker Cantrud, and Cantrud comes away with it. Good job there by Cantrud for the Otters. For Fellbaum, on the near sideline, Marshall Fellbaum has Gustav downfield. Has Cantrud kind of back behind him, trailing the play. They go to the middle, and a shot, and a save made. Ethan Carlson got his hands on it, didn't handle it cleanly at first, but able to scoop up that loose ball on the shot attempt by Fergus Falls. So he'll come up with his 5th save of the match. We come back to midfield, a foul assessed against the Otters. As from midfield, it'll be a free kick for Julian Ramos. .23 minutes, 45 seconds to go here in this match from Otter Stadium. Boys soccer tonight. Central Lakes Conference action. Alexandria on the Park Region scoreboard has a 2-0 advantage. Otters handle it with Lucas Toole. That by Ramos. Ball comes near side. And the pass for Cantrud. Cantrud. Long for Gustav. Through ball opportunity, and Gustav cannot get there. Good start there by Schlosser, finding Cantrud, and through ball opportunity. Tried to work it into the 18 here along the near side, just out of the reach of Beja Gustav. And a goal kick coming here by the Cardinals and Ethan Carlson. Carlson with the approach. All through center. Quinn Wynn Sheldon able to get to it. Now Julian Ramos for Alexandria. It's about 35 yards out. Now along the far sideline. At the edge of the 18 far side. Back on a cross for Ramos. Back to the middle and booted aside and cleared out of play. Just above the goal and out of play by the Otters. So that should give the Cardinals a corner, and indeed it will. Miles Breitzman will check into the match. Ramos in the corner. Trying to connect. Rogan Anderson was the closest one there. And back to the Cardinals. Ball near side. Able to get there first. Sawyer Blair. Blair tried to cross, but broken up by the Otters, not a play. Inside of 22 minutes to go here in this second half. Alexandria has a 2-0 lead. Goals for Patrick Klecker. And final minute of the first half, 40th minute of the match. And from Julian Ramos. A little over 12 minutes into the second half, into the 53rd minute. Corner is the 4th of the half, did not connect on the corner from the near side for the Cardinals. And Quinn Wynn Sheldon, I think, will throw it back in for the Otters. Fires it good 20 yards downfield. Otters will handle it from midfield. Ball for Gustav broken up. Marshall Fellbaum's pass, trying to connect with Parker Cantrud. And out of play, who made contact with it last? It was last touched by the Otters. Cardinals will throw it back in. Ball in for Miles Breitzman, did not connect. And the Cardinals on the throw-in once more. 60th minute of play in the match. A little over 20 minutes to play here from Otter Stadium in Fergus Falls. Julian Ramos through ball. Trying to find Auden Zeller, but out of his reach. And Aiden Godwin. The goal kick for the Otters. Long ball downfield. First one there for Alexandria, Harlan Ream. Now the Otters will grab possession. Pass goes for Marshall Fellbaum. Now Cantrud. Pass broken up. Comes back to Ramos. Back to midfield where it's handled by Fergus Falls. Handled there by the Otters. comes back to Philbaum. Near side where it's handled there. Noah Schlosser for Cantrud. Back for Philbaum. Handles about 30 out. Will put it towards the goal. Headed out by the Alexandria Cardinals. Julian Ramos to the middle. Contact there. And I believe a foul is going to be assessed on Ramos as inadvertently knocked down one of the, and it's a yellow card. It's going to be assessed on Julian Ramos. So Ramos assessed the yellow card. He'll be replaced by Patrick Klecker. So he picks up the yellow card. It's a second yellow card for Alexandria. This one comes in the 61st minute. Auden Zeller had a yellow card late in the first half. So lead to a Otters free kick from right around midfield. So clock stop for the moment here. 19:33 to play on the Park Region scoreboard. And the free kick goes all the way through and caught by Ethan Carlson. I believe it was Philbaum on that free kick opportunity, and he breaks up the attempt by the goaltender to send it back towards midfield. Ball gets pinballed around through midfield where it's just out of the reach of Rogan Anderson and out of the foot of Parker Cantrud. Here come the Otters with it. Noah Schlosser couldn't handle it as Schlosser. Ball gets by him and out of play as into the match for Alexandria will be Jackson Bertram, replacing Micah Kitzman for Alexandria. Cardinals lead 2-0 here on the Park Region scoreboard. 18:45 to play. Ball's taken away, and here comes Alexandria with an opportunity. There is a shot deflected. Great save by Godwin. Godwin got a piece of that one as he came out of the goal. He was about 10 to 15 yards out to get a piece of that one. Ball out of play, and the Cardinals will throw it in. I believe that was Clacker again that had the scoring chance. Gustav battles for that loose ball. Cantrud finding Marshall Philbaum. Philbaum gets through traffic. Over to the far side for the Otters as Gustav works his way to the top of the 18. He'll get it there. Handles it. Trying to get around the defender. There's the strike attempt, a spin and a shot. Bouncing wide of the near side post, wide of the goalkeeper and out of play. Just under 18 minutes to play in the match. 63rd minute of play now. Here from Otter Stadium. Philbaum in the corner here now for the Otters. A low shot broken up. And the Otters get it back. There was Lucas Toole. Toole battles with the ball, and he's going to be assessed for the foul. So foul assessed on Lucas Toole of Fergus Falls off the free kick. Turns into a goal kick downfield. And the ball out of play. They tried to connect downfield with Miles Breitzman. Cardinals will throw it in near sideline. Sawyer Blair will do so. 17 minutes to play in the match. Julian Ramos is back in for Alexandria. That's one of the two goals tonight. And the ball to Ramos off the throw-in. Now to Blair. Blair on a cross, and Godwin was ready to make a play on that ball, but lets it go through as it was headed wide of the goal. And indeed it was. Out of play, and goal kick coming here for Otter keeper Aiden Godwin. 16.5 to play. Fergus Falls trails 2-0 to Alexandria here in the Park Region scoreboard. Park Region service beyond the connection. Otters with the ball. Sent back into play by Fergus Falls and Noah Schlosser near side. Out of the reach of Cantrud. Alexandria will throw it in. Sawyer Blair. As a pair of Otters there try to head it. Toole and Philbaum. All broken up by Fergus Falls, and we'll try and turn and head back downfield with it. Under 16 minutes to play in the match. Downfield it goes. Gustav there now. Julian Ramos. Ramos tangled up with Gustav, and a whistle, and a foul is going to be assessed on Beja Gustav. Trying to gain the ball, but knocked down Ramos in the process. Gives him a handshake and says, hey, no harm. Hey, harm, no foul. And Alexandria from midfield. A free kick will bring play back in. Boy, good strike on that one. Good deep ball, but Aiden Godwin able to track it. And the goal kick deep. Back to midfield. Ramos there. Heads it for Blair. Who will find near side. Connects with Miles Breitzman for Alexandria. Breitzman. Ball broken up. Nice job to get a piece of that for Fergus Falls' Noah Schlosser. Cantrud trying to gains possession of the ball and taken there. Gustav. Cantrud trying to run a little interference for him. Gustav into the 18. Takes a sharp angle. Shot blocked. And the Cardinals in the second clearing attempt finally clear it out of play. First attempt, Bo Jones tried to boot it out of play and whiffed on it. The second attempt was right on target. It will lead to a Fergus Falls corner kick. And actually, it was not a corner kick. It was just a throw in there by Fellbaum. And Alexandria clears that ball out where it's handled by Quinn Wynn Sheldon. Sheldon drops it off for Lucas Toole. And the ball back out. Schlosser. Pass for Fellbaum. Roughly about 40 yards out. And ball back to midfield. Otters will keep possession and going to have to try and put some pressure on here offensively. They trail 2-0. A little under 14 minutes to play in the second half. Cantrud. Ball goes near side. Cardinals tried to break it up and could not. Trying to step in front of that ball was Harlan Ream. But the ball did not connect, and Alexandria will throw it in. Volleyball action tonight. Hillcrest leads Battle Lake 2-0. The Comets won the second set 25-20, so they have 25-19 and 25-20 set victories over the Battlers. That is on Real Rock Z103, on the Fergus Now app, and of course on YouTube at the KBRF Radio YouTube page. Cardinals throw it back in. This play continues on. A little over 13 minutes to go in the match, and Alexandria owns a 2-0 advantage. On goals, Julian Ramos and Patrick Klecker so far in the match. Gustav trying to come away with the loose ball and does. Beja Gustav handles it. Pass broken up by Alexandria. Try to send a pass into the 18. Gustav gets it back again. Gustav with a strike and a save made. Boy, Beja Gustav worked hard. Got that ball not once but twice, and eventually putting the shot on the keeper. And Ethan Carlson comes up with a save. It is his 6th save of the match. So he trying to works to gain a clean sheet here this evening. Clean sheet basically is a shutout, if you're not familiar. Odland. Ramos. Through ball did not connect and scooped up by the keeper Godwin in the 18. And here comes the goal kick. Deep ball, far side. Deep, but Otters will keep it in play. Headed down the far sideline. And back to the Cardinals. We're low 70s for temperatures and clear skies as we've hit nightfall here in Fergus Falls this evening. 2-0 Cardinals. Pass does connect to midfield. Graham Odland. Through ball with the left foot. And will be handled by the keeper in the corner as Aiden Godwin. Senior keeper will get there. So substitutions in for Fergus Falls is in for the Otters. Joshua Horgan, Cooper Miller, and Isaiah Lawson all into the match. Rogan Anderson back in for Alexandria. Gustav checks out. Is also out for the Otters will be, looks like Cantrud, and one more checked out there for Fergus Falls as well. Noah Schlosser looks like he checked out of the match, and he did. Cardinals with it at midfield. Handle there by Ramos. Pass. Trying to connect. And finally, retaining possession for Alexandria. Battle for it and was handled there for an instant by Miles Breitzman. Back to midfield, and handball is going to be called on Jacobo Ramos. So handball called, lead to a free kick from midfield for the Otters. And Marshall Fellbaum will do the honors from there, the junior midfielder. There's the boot. Boy, good strike there as loose, as all kinds of traffic in front. Cardinals try to clear it out. Play comes to the near side. They do clear the ball out. Back to Fellbaum. Fellbaum handles it just outside the 18. And worked the ball right into traffic where it's taken by Alexandria. Rogan Anderson will chase the ball down. Under 10 minutes to play here in the match tonight with Alexandria leading by a 2-0 score. Ball back to Fellbaum. Drops a pass far side. Along the far sideline for Fellbaum. Taken away by the Cardinals. Sent down the far sideline and eventually out of play. And the Otters will throw it in. Gustav his break was a quick one. He'll check in when we get another stoppage. Ball along the far side, loose. Taken there by the Cardinals. Loose. Back to midfield. Fellbaum trying to send it along. Dropped it down with the right foot. Lucas Toole there for the Otters. Toole battles for that loose ball. Ball back to midfield. Handled there by the Otters. Through ball. Did not connect. Blair gets a piece of it. Able to almost stop the ball. And pushes it up to a teammate. Pushes it up to Rogan Anderson. And a foul is going to be assessed against the Otters. A pair of Otters were over there with Cooper Miller and Isaiah Lawson. And a free kick. Goalkeeper will come out, and Ethan Carlson will use that free kick. And a good strike. Deep ball, long ball that time as Cardinals will maintain possession. Little over 8 minutes to play. Still 2-0 Cardinals on the Park Region scoreboard. Service beyond the connection tonight. Glad you're with us, whether you're listening or watching along. The KBRF radio YouTube page or Fergus Now app or on channel 977. Long strike attempt from Ramos. Wide and out of play. He's about 35 yards out of that attempt as Gustav and Joe Hike is back into the game for the Otters. Number 25, Burka McCleary, a junior, checks into the match. And Auden Zeller back into the match here for Alexandria as well. Coulter McGinnis out for the Otters, as is Isaiah Lawson. 7 minutes, 18 seconds to go here in the match. A 2-0 Alexandria lead as the Cardinals going to look for the clean sheet, as our shutouts this year, they have had just one. It was a 4-0 win over Detroit Lakes at home last Thursday. Cardinals will throw it in. Under 7 minutes to go. The 74th minute of action here this evening. All over to the far side. That is eventually cleared out of play. Cardinals throw it in once more. Battle for that ball along the far side. Gustav will join in. Cardinals handle it at midfield. Pass for Rogan Anderson. Trying to connect with McCleary. McCleary chases after it, but ball to the Otters. Ball back over to the far side. Hustling over there is Jacobo Ramos. Now Gustav. Gustav trying to send a pass. Is hustling on the far side. That's Carson Anderson in there for, actually, correction on that. It is Cooper Miller for the Otters. Miller after it. Now it's handled and struck there by Noah Schlosser for Fergus Falls. 5.5 minutes to play here in this match. All through midfield. Pass goes errant, and Alexandria comes back to Ramos. Julian Ramos headed back out and handled there by the Otters. Strike attempt broken up there by Alexandria. Cardinals look to handle it, and they do. Through ball, McCleary hustling after it, and nice job there, Aiden Godwin. Sliding attempt to clear that ball and boot it out of play. And Alexandria will throw it in. Under 5 minutes to go here in the second half. Into the 76th minute. And Alexandria looking for win number 4 in their second shutout of the year. All taken away there by Miller for Gustav, as he's able to work the ball around Auden Zeller. Chased there by Rogan Anderson. Gustav works with the right foot. Trying to get around Anderson. Gets tangled up. He goes down looking for a foul. Can't believe it. He's still very upset. He better be careful. This play goes over to the far side now to play. And we've got a stoppage. And yeah, so the official's going to assess a yellow card to Beja Gustav. As he got tripped up, slammed his hand out of the turf, kind of threw his hands up. And you could tell, they say there had to be one of the officials that kept his eye on that, as the yellow card has been assessed here to Beja Gustav. 75th minute here in the match. First yellow card assessed to Fergus Falls tonight. Stick around in our post-game report. We'll have our quality player of the game. It's presented to you by Quality Toyota in Fergus Falls, and also by Lake Country Graphics, 1223 North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Otters will probably work the rest of the match here without Gustav. As pass by Marshall Fellbaum. Ball comes back out. Schlosser for Cooper Miller. Miller couldn't get to it. Quinn Wynn Sheldon gets a piece of it. Finally on to the foot of one of the Cardinals. And they'll break down field with it. Letting traffic come through was Rogan Anderson. Julian Ramos back for Anderson. 3:35 to play in the match. Alexandria hanging on to a 2-0 advantage here at Otter Stadium tonight. Ball's broken up and taken there. Marshall Philbaum. Win Sheldon lost possession of it. Through ball opportunity for Sawyer Blair. He strikes and a save made. Aiden Godwin comes up with a lunging save that time. Correction on the strike was Jackson Bertram and had a clean look just into the box. Godwin, an impressive save there. 3 minutes to go. It is his 6th save of the match tonight. Miles Breitzman finding Julian Ramos now for Bertram. Some contact there. The Otters take the ball away and head back downfield with it. Under 3 minutes to go. 2 minutes 40 seconds remaining. Ball loose and handled there by the Cardinals, as getting a piece of it like it was Rogan Anderson again. As Otters battle for the ball, and ball goes out of play, or is a foul assessed. Foul's been assessed on Alexandria, so the Otters will get a free kick. About 20 yards out. And a free kick into the box, cleared out by the Cardinals and out of play. Corner kicks 9 for Fergus Falls. Well, the substitution in. Well, Gustav will come back in here. In for Miller. Harlan Ream back in for Alexandria, so they did get Gustav in after the yellow card. His play blown back in. 2 minutes, 5 seconds left. Otters get a corner. And ball near side now to play. Corner kick number 9 for the Otters tonight. That was their third of the second half. They've had 9 corners. They've certainly had some opportunities. Alexandria, 7 saves so far. The clean sheet from Ethan Carlson. Minute 40 left. 6 saves for Aiden Godwin. There are 2 goals, one on a through ball and one on a deep shot. An accurate shot from Julian Ramos. Ball booted out of plays. We're under 90 seconds to go in the match. Ball to be thrown back in. Odd Zeller gets it back off the throw-in. On a cross, Bertram. Bertram's shot was blocked. One of the Otters got a piece of that as that will slowly trickle out of play. So Godwin is looking for a loose ball, and he will try and quickly bring it back in. Final minute of play here tonight from Fergus Falls. Goal kick by Godwin. Handled there by the Otters. So work at Lucas Toole. On the near sideline. As trying to connect, broken up by the Cardinals. 35 seconds to play here in the match. Downfield it goes. Popped up in the air by the Cardinals and out of play. Leon Ramos, let's see if that was Ramos. No, it was Bertram. Thrown back in by the Otters. Some contact there. One of the Cardinals goes down, but possession to the Otters. But pass broken up, intercepted Ramos. 10 seconds remaining. Cardinals just trying to keep possession as they work the ball down the far sideline. Down to 3, down to 2. And it'll be a win for Alexandria. They will stay without a loss on the season. They will go to 4-0-3 on the season. They get their second shutout. It's a clean sheet for Ethan Carlson tonight. As Alexandria adding to their lead early in the second half of play. Is on a goal a little over 12 minutes into the second half from Julian Ramos. The 53rd minute of play as Alexandria shuts out the Otters tonight by a final of 2-0. 2-0 your final. The Otters will drop to 3-4-1 on the season. Battled hard. Good effort here by Coach Heikes' team tonight as the Otters shut out for the second time this year. They were blanked by Hillcrest back on August the 22nd. Stay tuned. Our post-match report is coming up here in just a matter of moments. As your final score one more time, it is 2-0 in favor of Alexandria tonight. As see if we can get ourselves reconnected and get things back into play. There we go. We'll take a pause here. We'll get to our post-game report, including our Quality Toyota Player of the Game. Quality Toyota and Lake Country Graphics bring you that. Cardinals win it tonight, 2-0 over the Otters. We'll be right back.
Lake Region Healthcare is proud to be trusted and recommended by parents and coaches, athletes, and families. Keeping healthcare close to home for local athletes and all their fans. Find us online at lrhc.org.
What's your number?
I drove 113 miles.
And I drove 124 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
At American Federal Bank, they're proud sponsors of local high school athletics. From Friday night lights to buzzer-beating shots, these students inspire us all. Just like them, American Federal is here to go the extra mile for you. American Federal Bank, investing in our community, one play at a time. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At Fergus Falls Monument Company, Ryan and Mike want you to design a personal memorial for your loved one that will fully express your personal sentiment and that of your loved one. Fergus Falls Monument on Pebble Lake Road, online, foreverstonемemorials.com.
Every team has a home field advantage. Make yours the internet from Park Region. With speeds that keep up with the pace of the game and the reliability to never miss a play, you'll always be connected. Get the internet that's always in your corner. Park Region, your home team's internet advantage.
Make OSPTI your choice for outpatient rehabilitation and sports injuries with locations in Fergus Falls and Breckenridge. Orthopedic and sports physical therapy is the right choice for your recovery. Live your best life. Trust the experts at OSPTI.
We asked customers, why do you choose Minnesota Motor Company? And they said, Minnesota Motor Company builds lasting relationships.
Sales are just a part of what we do here at Minnesota Motor Company. Our main focus is building relationships and creating genuine connections with customers.
We often hear from customers that they come to Minnesota Motor Company for the experience and because of the relationships that they form. That means a lot to us, and that's why we do what we do.
Thank you for choosing Minnesota Motor Company.
Serve your family and friends the best. Certified Angus beef from the meat department at Service Food. Special cuts and orders always welcome. Service Food, West Lincoln Avenue, Fergus Falls.
Service Food. Serving you best.
Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's has a way better option than some overprocessed junk from the back of your freezer. They've got take and bake meals made fresh with real ingredients, and all you have to do is stick it in the oven. Fresh and Fancy, saving moms one dinner at a time.
Cardinals win it tonight by a score of 2-0. Here in our post-match report tonight here on Channel 977. Also presented to you on the Fergus Now app and also on Channel 977 on the KBRF radio YouTube page. 2-0 your final as Alexandria picks up the win as the Cardinals, who took a 1-0 lead at halftime, they were able to pick up a goal a little over 12 minutes into the second half, so only 53rd minute. It was a goal from Julian Ramos. As a long shot from Ramos, he was probably a good, I'd say, good 30 to 35 yards out, and striking that ball went up high and a top to the middle, top side of the middle, just out of the reach of the Otters goalkeeper, Aiden Godwin. And that gave Alexandria a 2-0 lead to the Otters. The offensive opportunities were not real plentiful as Alexandria did a good job keeping possession. The Otters did have, not that they didn't have offensive opportunities, 9 corners, as they had 9 corners to Alexandria's 5. 3 of those for Fergus Falls in the second half. Alexandria had 4 corner kicks in the second half of play. Saves tonight, 7 for Alexandria goalkeeper Ethan Carlson, as he picks up his second clean sheet of the year. And for Fergus Falls, 6 saves for the goalkeeper Aiden Godwin. Overall did a pretty nice job. Had a really probably one of his more impressive saves on a breakaway chance as he denied Jackson Bertram late in the second half. So the Cardinals win it 2-0 the final. We'll get to more of our post-game report. Our post-game report presented to you here on Channel 977. Our player of the game coming up as well. We'll take a break, come back with more in a moment.
At American Federal Bank, they're proud sponsors of local high school athletics. From Friday night lights to buzzer-beating shots, these students inspire us all. Just like them, American Federal is here to go the extra mile for you. American Federal Bank, investing in our community, one play at a time. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
For over 50 years, Otter Tail Coaches has safely carried kids to school, to games, and back home again. Trusted by generations, they're proud to serve Fergus Falls and the surrounding area. Otter Tail Coaches, safety, service, and dependability.
It's time to replace your old furnace. That old one has been a drain on your energy bill for far too long. Let Ugstead Plumbing and Heating replace your old inefficient furnace with a new carrier system and help you and your checkbook rest easy. Ugstead Plumbing and Heating, Fergus Falls.
Every team has a home field advantage. Make yours the internet from Park Region. With speeds that keep up with the pace of the game and the reliability to never miss a play, you'll always be connected. Get the internet that's always in your corner. Park Region, your home team's internet advantage.
What's your number?
I drove 60 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota. I drove 45 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
Lake Region Healthcare is proud to be trusted and recommended by parents and coaches, athletes, and families. Keeping healthcare close to home for local athletes and all their fans. Find us online at lrhc.org.
Where to eat, the ultimate culinary adventure, from signature dishes to chef recommendations.
As your food review professionals, you can find us at KBRFradio.com, the Fergus Now app, and on YouTube.
Tune in every first Friday of the month for new episodes.
Check us out, and we'll show you
where to eat.
Make OSPTI your choice for outpatient rehabilitation and sports injuries with locations in Fergus Falls and Breckenridge. Orthopedic and sports physical therapy is the right choice for your recovery. Live your best life. Trust the experts at OSPTI.
We continue on with our post-game report tonight as Alexandria defeating the Otters by a score of 2-0 in boys soccer action. Up next for Fergus Falls, they will be at Sauk Rapids Rice on Thursday night. Their next home match will be on the 23rd against St. Cloud Apollo. And up next for Alexandria, the Cardinals, now 4-0-3 on the year. They will host Brainerd on Thursday night and back home as well with Apollo on the 16th. We'll put the wraps on this one with our Quality Toyota Player of the Game. Quality Player of the Game brought to you by Quality Toyota and Lake Country Graphics at 1223 North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Otters fall tonight by a 2-0 score. We'll wrap it up in a moment.
At Fergus Falls Monument Company, Ryan and Mike want you to design a personal memorial for your loved one that will fully express your personal sentiment and that of your loved one. Fergus Falls Monument on Pebble Lake Road, online, foreverstonememorials.com.
At American Federal Bank, they're proud sponsors of local high school athletics. From Friday night lights to buzzer-beating shots, these students inspire us all. Just like them, American Federal is here to go the extra mile for you. American Federal Bank, investing in our community, one play at a time. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's has a way better option than some overprocessed junk from the back of your freezer. They've got take and bake meals made fresh with real ingredients, and all you have to do is stick it in the oven. Fresh and Fancy, saving moms one dinner at a time.
Every team has a home field advantage. Make yours the internet from Park Region. With speeds that keep up with the pace of the game and the reliability to never miss a play, you'll always be connected. Get the internet that's always in your corner. Park Region, your home team's internet advantage.
For over 50 years, Ottertail Coaches has safely carried kids to school, to games, and back home again. Trusted by generations, they're proud to serve Fergus Falls and the surrounding area. Ottertail Coaches, safety, service, and dependability.
It's time to replace your old furnace. That old one has been a drain on your energy bill for far too long. Let Ugstead Plumbing and Heating replace your old inefficient furnace with a new carrier system and help you and your checkbook rest easy. Ugstead Plumbing and Heating, Fergus Falls.
The key to a great meal is at the Viking Cafe of Fergus Falls. The Viking Cafe with Minnesota's best omelet, manhole cover pancakes, and burgers that will fill your appetite. The key to a great breakfast and lunch is at the Viking Cafe, downtown Fergus Falls.
What's your number?
We've driven 57 miles 6 times for a great deal at Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
And let's get to that player of the game. It is presented to you by Quality Toyota and Lake Country Graphics. Quality Toyota in Fergus Falls. You have people that drive throughout the region to get their vehicles at Quality Toyota in Fergus Falls, and also by Lake Country Graphics. Lake Country Graphics, your apparel source for personalized printed or embroidered clothing and accessories. Go to yourapparelsource.com/Lake Country Graphics. It's Lake Country Graphics, 1223 North Union Avenue in Fergus Falls. Call 998-4027. Well, for the Otters tonight, really, if you got to pick somebody for the Otter tonight, even though they did not get on the scoreboard, Beja Gustav really can really do a great job in the transition game. He handles the ball very well. He's quick. He's elusive, and he certainly was trying to be a catalyst offensively for the Otters this evening. As a lot of the offense, he's going to be one of the main guys between he and Marshall Fellbaum. Fellbaum handles a lot of the free kicks and corner kicks, and we saw some good production from Parker Cantrud as well. But Beja Gustav will be our player of the game tonight. Just doing a good job, excellent hustle, trying to handle things offensively the best he could. And Beja Gustav will be our Quality Toyota player of the game. So that'll do it here tonight from Otter Stadium. As our broadcast coming up the rest of the week, got the, of course, Wazota 100 coverage over on KJ Country 96.5 coming up this weekend. But some of the games we have coming up here this week, coming up on Thursday, volleyball, the Otters will host Detroit Lakes. That'll be here on Channel 977. Start time about 7 p.m. And football on Friday night, also here on Channel 977 as well. The Otters here at Otter Stadium will take on the Becker Bulldogs with Mark Johnson on the call on that one, 7 o'clock, with pregame about 6:45. Big thanks to all our sponsors, to Dave and Jack helping me along as well with the video setup and setup of all our gear as well. We certainly hope you enjoyed the broadcast, if not the result. Final score, Alexandria defeats the Otters in boys soccer tonight. Final score one more time. On the Park Region scoreboard was Alexandria 2, Fergus Falls nothing. From Otter Stadium, have a great night and so long.
Thank you for joining us for a KBRFradio.com sports video presentation. Today's game is proudly brought to you by Nelson Auto Center and your Nelson starting lineups, Minnesota Motor Company and your Minnesota Motor Company halftime show, Park Region and your Park Region scoreboard, Lake Region Healthcare and your Lake Region Healthcare timeout, Quality Toyota and your Quality Toyota player of the game, Orthopedic Sports and Physical Therapy Incorporated, Fergus Monument, Otter Tail Coaches, American Federal Bank of Fergus Falls, Running Stitches, Fresh and Fancy at Mama Sheena's, FM Bank, Viking Cafe, Service Food, and Ugsted Plumbing and Heating. Thank you for joining us for a special sports presentation on KBRFradio.com Sport.